Wole Soyinka is one man who has done a lot to put Nigeria's name on the map in positive ways. Aptly described as a national treasure by President Bola Tinubu, there's no doubt that the Nobel Laureate has also been consistent with speaking truth to power and making sure that successive governments do what they were elected to do. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1986 and has been hailed as having a wide cultural perspective and poetic overtones fashioning the drama of existence. He has become known as a global figure who speaks and fights passionately against any form of injustice. Soyinka turned 90 years old on Saturday, 13th of July 2024, and there were several events in his honor held all over the world. SOUQ News Television was at Freedom Park, venue for Kongi at 90, a month-long event to mark his birthday, which was put together by the Committee for Relevant Art, KORA. The event featured readings, conversations, exhibitions, and a youth creative concert.
My name is TC Barra, and I'm right here to bring you the frills, the chills, and everything that has to do with this event right here on SOUQ News Television. So stay tuned, don't move a muscle as we bring you all of the highlights, all of the clips, and be speaking with some personalities who are here because of none other than Wole Soyinka. Don't touch it, don't move. I mean, why would you be going to?
Coordinator Kongi at 90, German Anikulapo, who described Soyinka as quintessential, encourages young people to read.
In his work, in his life, in his fight for humanity, for justice, for human rights, for freedom, it's just quintessential. I mean, there's no other way to capture him because everything he does is total commitment, total passion. That don't read. Oh, the information they need is here. It's on phone. If you Google it, this man has granted hundreds of interviews where he spoke of why they founded the fraternity.
Director of the movie The Man Died, Awam Ampa, inspired by the prison notes of Africa's first Nobel laureate Wole Soyinka, described the movie as short stories of events on his life from his subsequent memoirs, Ibadan, Benkele Messiers, and You Must Set Forth at Dawn.
I use the word inspired because it's not a direct illustration of the book. It's more about using the main story. I'm borrowing from other autobiographies by Professor Wole Soyinka, from like You Must Set Forth at Dawn, Ibadan, Ake, to build the background. But our interest as filmmakers is how do we make it available and who is our target audience? Not the older generation, but the younger generation. How do we target the younger generation? So we decided to make a film based on the original story, but we took some artistic liberties to suck in the new generation.
Chief Warder Freedom Park Theo Lawson regretted that the celebrant wasn't available for the event.
First of all, I'd like to apologize that Professor Wole Soyinka escaped from this institution sometime between the hours of midnight and this morning. I know he's a jailbird. He's been known to be has this escapist attitude. So we're very sorry that he's not here right now because we have presented him to you. His cell is just behind me here. But we went there this morning and he was absent. He said he was going for a birthday party. But I didn't realize that we're having a birthday party for him here today.
SOUQ News Television caught up with some artists who performed at the event.
His presence. He did not allow his presence mean nothing. And he wrote and he fought and he challenged. Because he was present, he could persevere what was going on. And we're proud of that because some of us today, we see so many things that are going wrong and we just turn a blind eye. Or we just think that we cannot make an impact. We're just one voice. But he has taught us in this generation that one man can make a difference, that it begins with one man, it begins with vision, it begins with grit and determination. and he wrote his way through.
Interesting times. There's a lot of hardship, there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of suffering. But with things like this, we find a way to lighten the burden that we carry. You know, we find a way to enjoy ourselves still, you know, come out together as a community and just celebrate. So we thank God for an icon like him that is giving us the opportunity to have such a beautiful time and a beautiful celebration.
Great to see someone in the older generation fighting for our time now, because I believe that that's what, even us as individuals, that's what we're fighting for, a better country for our younger ones. So to see that he could stand up with us and fight for us, it's beautiful to see.
In commemoration of the birthday of Professor Akinwade Oluwole Babatunde Soyinka, President of Nigeria Bola Tinubu renamed the National Theatre in Igomu, Surulere, as the Wole Soyinka Center for Culture and Creative Arts. Wole Soyinka's legacy is multifaceted: a brilliant playwright, a Nobel laureate, an unyielding advocate for human rights. At SOUQ News Television, we honor a remarkable Nigerian playwright, poet, and political activist. Temple Bara, reporting for SOUQ News Television.